Good morning. It is July 16th, 2019. We are going to be cleaning this home today. Let's take a quick walk around and see what the current condition of the vinyl siding is. This side right here by the garage door and left of it doesn't really have too much of the algae or mildew or moss or whatever it is that's growing on the homes. This side here looks pretty bad. Let me get through the gate here. I'll give you a close-up of a smaller section where you can actually see how it looks like it actually stains the vinyl siding. This is common. If you're looking to clean it off your house, I will give you a powerful solution that don't hurt your plants, and it absolutely looks wonderful when you're done. It practically will clean the house for you. You don't even need a pressure washer. A garden hose with a good strong nozzle should be suffice. Now this part here is terrible. This wall is terrible. The deck is terrible. This right here isn't so bad, but it does again have a little bit, and the gutter above is clogged, so I have to clean that out as well. And then we have this side here. I'll go around the fence here for a minute, and you can take a look from the other side. This little brown building to the left, this shed here, that has a lot of green on it as well. She didn't ask me to, but I'm going to clean that off for her while I'm here. Well, let's get to cleaning it right after this. We also need to clean this fence, as you can see. Now I'm going to tell you, it does not hurt to carry some grocery bags and some rubber bands with you if you're going to clean a house. If you put a grocery bag over any outlets that are exposed to the weather, twist it up real tight, and then put a rubber band around it. I actually had a customer in New Jersey about a year ago who had an electrical issue, and I traced it all out. It took me about a half an hour, 45 minutes, and I determined it was an outside outlet. Come to find out, she had the house pressure washed the day prior, blew part of the outlet away. There was actually pieces of the outlet busted and dropped inside of the box cavity. So don't aim right at it, and always cover it. You don't want moisture in there. What I'm doing here is purging the system. You should never start your pressure washer until you pull the trigger of the wand and have the water completely flow through the entire system until you got a good stream coming out. It's not going to be under pressure because it's not running. It's going to be like a regular garden hose. But when you see it coming out, you can stop purging and start your pressure washer. The pressure washer is capable of sucking in a solution and spraying it out the wand. You do not want to do that with the solution I'm about to share with you. This does have 10% sodium hypochlorite in it, which is a little bit stronger than household bleach. You do not want to run that through your pressure washer in any way, shape, or form. Now, if you have a nozzle that sucks it in after the pump, you're probably fine. Do not run this through your machine. It will corrode it. I use a plastic garden sprayer. As you see here, I just pump it full of air every now and then, and it sprays just fine. You spray my chemical solution onto vinyl siding. You can spray it onto the glass. You can spray it onto the metal trim around the windows. You can spray it onto the gutters, the downspouts, and then you're going to let it sit for 10 minutes. When you come back in 10 minutes, most of that green algae, mold, moss, whatever it is going to be already gone. You're going to be pretty much rinsing the house so the chemical don't stay on there. It pretty much does the job for you. Now we're going to wait 10 minutes. Two things to note here. One, when I pull the trigger to release the water from this nozzle, I do not aim it at the home or anything important. Aim it up into the air, aim it off to the side, aim it at a bush, aim it at anything but something that could break. Initially, when you pull that trigger, the burst of water that comes out of there is a little bit more powerful than the nozzle really is supposed to allow. And the last thing you want to do is create a problem. Now, if you look at the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, I'm going to pull up what the nozzles are that I use for this. I do not use the nozzles that come with my pressure washer. I'm using the pink nozzle. The blue one is a little bit more powerful if you have a real stubborn stain, but I don't want to break anyone's vinyl siding. The pink one is more than adequate, and I suggest you purchase these through your big box store and not use the ones that came with it if you're cleaning a home. You could technically spray all three areas in this little decked area all at once and then rinse it all at once, but I prefer to do one section at a time because the mold and mildew and algae that are on the opposite wall of this and the deck is going to take a lot of attention and a lot of time, and I don't want that sitting on there for 20-25 minutes until I get to it. I know all the keyboard cowboys are going to be coming out of the woodwork. Why didn't you take the furniture off the deck? Well, I'll tell you, the deck was not part of the deal. She only wanted the house done. And when I noticed how bad the deck was, I just started cleaning around the chairs, and then I moved the chairs and did where the feet were. And it actually worked out okay. It's a glass table. It's probably light enough for me to move. But I got the whole deck done. I made a day out of it. I charged her the same price whether it took me 8 hours or 5 hours. And it was one of the hottest days of the year, so I didn't mind playing with water. I just chose to do it the lazy way. But yeah, removing the furniture probably would have been the easiest way to do this. Same results though, right? It's important to mention too, this pink nozzle will not engrave somebody's composite or wooden deck. If you use any of the other nozzles that come with your pressure washer, there's a good chance you're going to draw lines and grooves are going to show up in the wood because the pressure is just too high. My chemical that I use for cleaning the home is empty. I'm going to pour some more in my sprayer and we're going to continue on. Now I'm going to zoom in here so you can see what's going on. Now if you look closely, it'll look like the clouds are blocking the sun and the grass and the creeping Charlie seems to have different shades over it. That is actually smoke coming out of the chemical. That's the other thing. You don't want the sun to get to your chemical because it weakens it. Keep it in a container, keep it closed, and keep it in the truck. Here's a still image of the deck showing you the difference of where I cleaned versus where the algae and everything still is. What a difference, huh? Didn't even rinse this yet. Just sprayed the chemical on. And already, look at it. Most of it is already disappearing. Spray a little more. Wait about 10 minutes. You caught that, right? I started above the roof, not aiming it at the vinyl siding. I'm all for surveillance. I think everybody should have cameras on their house recording 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, just in case someone decides to do something stupid. Let's not forget, in all videos moving forward, I am going to hide a business card of mine in one of the frames, at least one. This particular video, I believe I put it in 3 different frames, with the last frame being a little bit more simple and easier to find than the first 2. Have you seen it? Did it show up yet? Or is it yet to come? Let me know in the comments if you found it, and which one you found, and if you found all 3 of them. Right now it's just for fun, but who knows, in the future it might turn into prizes and giveaways. It is sometimes necessary to just wipe down stubborn areas of the fence or maybe even the house. I've never really had to do it on the vinyl siding before, but the top rail of a fence and in between the slats on a fence sometimes makes it difficult for the pressure washer to actually push the dirt off, especially when you're using the pink tip. But again, we don't want to break anything, right? So I carry a rag with me and I just wipe down the important areas that have a very pronounced algae or mold or whatever it is on it. Found the business card yet? At least once it's been shown. Sometime between the beginning of the video and right now. It's not easy. It's right out in the open. But it probably blends in with some of the background. Done. Let's take a look at what it looks like. Some of the things are holes. I can't clean holes. The fence is white again. And it latches properly. This was all green, part of it anyway. Oh, good. The worst part was this deck area, including the deck. I'll take a look at it now. It looks beautiful. The deck is all clean as well. The steps. Also cleaned the side of this building where birds are living in these houses. This was very green. And moss gets on everything. On the back side. The inside of the fence. And the outside of the fence. Alright. Excuse me. Outside. My business card was hidden in about 3 scenes in this video. Did you find it? At least once? I made it real easy one time. Even behind the bushes we cleaned the fence. building. This side wasn't really too bad. Front was though on this side. We got that nice and clean. Okay. You want the recipe? I already gave it to you once, maybe you missed it. How'd you do that? How did you go through that glass? All right, job is done. We are heading back to the shop. Tomorrow and the next day are going to be scorchers. They are going to be, you see that? That's my backup camera. Show me what's behind me. Even though I'm moving forward because I control it with a button. Tomorrow and the next day are going to be very, very hot, dangerously hot. Tomorrow and the next day are going to be very hot, dangerously hot. It's supposed to feel anywhere between 115 and 125 degrees with 75% humidity. It is going to be terrible. Now, my job for tomorrow and my job for the next day, I believe, are both interior jobs, and I don't believe that they are anything worthy of a video, nor do I want to offend my client. So, if you enjoyed watching this video, please subscribe and hit the little bell, and that will let you know when I upload another video. If you subscribe and don't hit the bell, you will not know when a new video gets uploaded. You will only have me in your list as someone you subscribe to. The bell is what tells you. So don't forget to click that. And I appreciate you watching this. Hope you learned something. Hope my solution, chemical solution, helps you. And I'll see you next time.